A lot of guys become too immersed in this red pill mindset, and what they end up doing is they end up disrespecting women. They end up not wanting to have meaningful relationships. They just end up going from woman to woman, sleeping around. You've probably clicked on this video because you're very much into the red pill mindset, or maybe you're into the black pill, maybe you're into the blue pill. Whatever it is, it's irrelevant, because I'm going to tell you exactly what I think about it. So don't get me wrong, the red pill, there is a lot of truth to it, because it does kind of expose the nature of women. If you go through life thinking that women are going to love you for who you are, and they're going to love you unconditionally no matter what, and that you're going to be able to attract women by just being yourself, by not putting any effort into how you're dressing, how you're coming across, having zero confidence in yourself, zero self-respect. You've got to understand that when you don't do these things, when you ignore that, when you ignore the idea that you've got to be always improving, you've got to be adding value to your life, women aren't going to find you attractive, and that's just the truth of it. And absolutely, it can help you to improve the quality of your life. It can be used as a great motivator to improve your life. Every man wants to have more women, every man wants to attract the right women and obviously have meaningful relationships or have sex, whatever it is. I absolutely think that it's going to help you to better understand women, better understand female nature. Women are going to respect you more naturally because you're not bending over backwards to please them. You're much more selfish, and I'm not saying that you've got to be totally selfish, you've got to be a complete dickhead to her. I'm saying just mostly have your own thing going on. Don't centre your whole success or your happiness on her, because she's not always going to be around. She may decide one day that she don't want to be with you, she may lose feelings, and you've got to be okay with that. So you've got to have things in place that are going to keep you going when things get tough. Now the problem with red pill is that a lot of people get too immersed in it. What they end up doing is they end up disrespecting women. They end up not wanting to have meaningful relationships. They just end up going from woman to woman, sleeping around. What you don't realise is you are decreasing your sexual market value, because you're devaluing yourself as a person. You're centering your success on sleeping with women, doing something that's meaningless, because that's all it is. Meaningless sex, it doesn't mean anything. All it's doing is boosting your ego. You know, in the way that you look at a woman who's slept with a lot of men and you feel kind of turned off, well, a woman's going to feel the same way about you. When you get to this kind of level where you're sleeping with different women every week, you are devaluing yourself. You're not allowing yourself to have something that actually means something. And obviously you end up disrespecting women when you become too immersed in it. Because let's face it, most guys who are on red pill are on that because they've been hurt by a girl in the past. They've been with a girl and maybe they've simped too hard or something. They're afraid of letting the guard down, they're afraid of getting hurt again. But the problem with this is that it stops you having healthy, meaningful relationships with women. Think about it. If you're a guy who I've just described, who does go from woman to woman, who is afraid of settling down and getting into a meaningful relationship because you've been hurt in the past, telling yourselves that women are totally messed up, absolutely, they have a hypergamous nature. The dating environment in the modern day is toxic. Some of the things that women are being indoctrinated by certain creators on like TikTok and stuff like that, feminism for example, some of the ideas that they're pushing on women, this whole female empowerment stuff. I get why you feel you have to adopt this mindset. It feels like sometimes all women are like that, but they're not. There are feminine women out there. There are women out there that are going to appreciate you, are going to love you, are going to respect you. Obviously, as I said before, you are going to need to put the work into yourself, because it's not that she only wants to be with you for your looks, your status or anything like that. Absolutely, those things do come into play in the initial attraction. It's going to stop you from having healthy and meaningful relationships with women. You can have these relationships. It's harder to find these days. There are so many women that have these toxic views, manipulating guys and shit, and they will do that, some women, but there are women that don't want to do that. There are women that want to embrace the femininity, that want something meaningful. The problem with red pill is that you just end up being as enslaved as someone who is blue pilled. You get so immersed in it, your judgment gets clouded and you stop seeing women as people, and all you end up really wanting from them is just sex. Stop thinking about red pill, stop thinking about blue pill, stop thinking about black pill, forget about those things. All you can do is work on yourself, build value in your life, and if a relationship happens, if it's good, you'll be going. If it's not serving you, if it's not benefiting you, walk away. There are plenty of women in the world, just relax. You don't need to hate women, you don't need to obsess over women, it is what it is. So that's all I'm going to say about that.